aim of this practical is to find out thermal conductivity of insulating powder by spherical method. Before starting the practical, let's understand theoretical concept which is related to this practical. We know that thermal conductivity of material is a measure of ability to conduct the heat, which is denoted by K. Thermal conductivity is one of the thermophysical properties which shows the ability of material to conduct the heat. It is going to describe the ease of by which we can transfer the heat from one point to the another point. Higher the value of thermal conductivity, faster the heat is going to transfer between given 2 points. So it is necessary to determine thermal conductivity of material which we are going to use in our application. So in this practical, we are going to understand how we can use a spherical method to find out thermal conductivity of any unknown material. For this practical, we have used POP powder, insulating powder, and we are going to find out thermal conductivity of that POP powder by spherical method. So let's understand construction of our device, our setup. So this is our setup, which have temperature indicator, ammeter, voltmeter, on-off switch and dimmer. By using this dimmer, you can give input to the setup. You can give input of voltage, which is going to shown in this voltmeter, the value of the voltage. According to the value of voltage, the ammeter shows the amount of current which is going to flow from the heater, which is provided in the innermost sphere. The temperature indicator shows the temperature of all the thermocouples which we have attached to the inner and the outer sphere. So as you can see, here we have two concentric spheres. This is our inner sphere which have heater inside it. There is outer sphere. Between the gap of inner sphere and the outer sphere, there is a POP powder which is filled between this gap of inner sphere and outer sphere. There are total 10 thermocouples are provided in our setup. 4 thermocouples are attached to the inner sphere, as you can see here, and the remaining 6 thermocouples are attached to the outermost sphere. There is a POP powder between this inner sphere and outer sphere. There is a heater inside the inner sphere. So as you are going to give voltage, as per this voltage, the current will flow from this heater, and the inner surface of this inner sphere is going to get the heat from the heater. So the heat will flow from the inner surface of the sphere to the outer surface of this sphere, and after that the heat will flow from outer surface of this inner sphere to the inner surface of the outer sphere. Between these two, there is a POP powder which is insulating powder. So it will try to minimize the heat transfer between these two surfaces. But somehow, due to conductivity of POP powder, the heat will reach to the outer surface of the outer sphere. After reaching the steady state, so that when the value of these temperatures are not going to change with time, if you take the reading, it will give value of temperature of the surface temperature of this innermost sphere as well as outermost sphere. So after getting surface temperature of inner sphere and outer sphere, you can easily find out conductivity of POP powder by using equation which we have derived in theory, the equation for the heat transfer in a sphere by conduction mode. So first let's take a reading from this setup. So for taking reading, our first step is to switch on the setup by using on-off switch. This is our setup. This is voltmeter. This is dimmer. By using dimmer, we can set the input parameter, which is voltage. Suppose I am trying to set 70 voltage for our first set of reading. So here by using dimmer I can set value of voltage as 70. Now as per this value the current will flow from the sphere heater. By using this switch we can take a reading of temperature from the temperature indicator. Here there are 10 thermocouples. 4 thermocouples are attached to the inner sphere and 6 thermocouples are attached to the outer sphere. So by using this switch we can get value from T1 to T10 in a temperature indicator. Now after giving heat input we have to wait for the system to reach its steady state. So you have to observe that the temperature is changing. When the temperature is not going to change with respect to time, it means the system is reached to its steady state. Now it's time to take the reading of the system from the T1 to T10. So let's take the reading. As you can see, now the temperature is not changing with respect to time. So this is our first T1. This is our value of T2. This is our T3. And this is our value of T4. So that these are the 4 temperatures of the inner sphere. Now this is our T5. Then next T6. This is next temperature. You have to wait for thermocouple to detect the correct temperature. Now it is 31. Then next temperature, which is 31.5 or 4. Then 31.2 or 31.3 and 30.8. So these are all the values of T1 to T10. Now let's do calculation as per the reading. So from the practical readings we have value of voltage which is 72. As per this voltage the current is 0.24, which is flow from the heater. After steady state we have T1 as 88.6, T2 as 87.7, T3 as 87.2 and T4 as 88.9. So these are the temperature of the thermocouple which is attached to the surface of the inner sphere. Now T5 to T10 thermocouples are attached to the outer sphere. The temperatures are 31.4, 30.7, 31.0, 31.4, 31.2 and 30.8. So from the value of T1 to T4 you can get the surface temperature of the inner sphere, which is T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 divided by 4. So you will get 88.1. This is your Ti, temperature of the inner sphere. From the value of T5 to T10 you will get the value of temperature of the outer sphere, which is T5 plus T6 plus T7 plus T8 plus T9 plus T10 divided by 6. So you will get TO. Now there are some fixed parameters like R1 and R2, which is inner radius of the inner sphere, and R2 is a radius of the outer sphere, which is 50 and 100 respectively. We know this equation. In our theory we have derived this equation whenever there is a heat conduction through sphere. We can easily find out heat transfer rate by using equation Q is equal to delta T upon R2 minus R1 upon 4 pi K R1 R2. So from that equation we can write K is equal to Q R2 minus R1 upon 4 pi R1 R2 Ti minus To. Here we know the value of Ti and To from the practical reading. We know R1 and R2 as a fixed parameter, 50 and 100, radius of the inner and outer sphere. Q is our input, which is voltage into current. So by putting all the values in this equation, we will get the conductivity of POP powder, which is 0.240 watt per meter degree Celsius. Now let's take another set of reading. If we set a value of voltage as 30, the current will flow as 0.07 ampere. After reaching steady state, if we take reading, then it will T1 as 42.1, T2 42.3, T3 42 and T4 42.2. These four temperatures are the temperature of inner sphere: T5 33.5, T6 33.4, T7 33.6, T8 33.2, T9 33.5 and T10 33.5. So from the value of T1 to T4 you get value of Ti, which is 42.15. From the value of T5 to T10 you will get value of To, which is 33.45. Now there are values of some fixed parameter, which is R1 and R2. Now by using this equation we can get the value of conductivity of POP powder as 0.191 watt per meter degree Celsius. Now let's understand what is the conclusion and conceptual outcomes of this practical. So as we get the value of conductivity of POP powder as 0.191 watt per meter degree Celsius, we can say that from the experiment the POP powder have very low thermal conductivity, so that it can be used as an insulating powder. The second conclusion is that with the help of spherical method you can find out thermal conductivity of any new material which can be converted into the powder form. The practical value of conductivity of POP powder is 0.219 and the theoretical values of POP powder is 0.191 watt per meter degree Celsius.